Rising has gained not only local support to demonstrate just how wrong it is to develop oil and gas fields near our children's school, but Erie Rising has support from all over the nation. Raise your hand if you're not from Erie. Look at that. That is amazing. Shake hands to the person next to you, please, for coming. It's amazing what you've done. People from all over the nation are even here today to tell the town of Erie and to tell Encana that they are wrong to develop heavy industry in our backyards and near our public areas and to include our schools. It appears that the oil and gas industry has disrupted lives, polluted our airs, and contaminated our waters and soils. And as we know, there are numerous federal exemptions that exempt the industry in their drilling and all of their practices. If we were to remove those exemptions, they would be paralyzed. It would not be economically beneficial to them. 44% of all Encana's spills, according to the COGCC's data and their website, contaminate groundwater. 61% of their berms that are designed to prevent secondary fluid migration fail. They fail miserably, according to the Colorado Oil and Gas Conservation Commission. They should be held accountable, and the state should be held accountable, and the cities and local governance should actually address this. If you don't, you're doing a disservice to your communities. Each condensate tank per Encana states that 2 tons of hydrocarbon vapors are released per tank per year. There are 129,073 completed wells in the state of Colorado. 47,000 approximately are active. Roughly 70% of those that are not active are getting ready to be re-drilled using historic equipment. That's a failure. We know that there's only 17 inspectors in the entire state to actually inspect 47,000 oil and gas wells. It's physically impossible. That equates to roughly 7,500 inspections per year. They can't do it. The burden on our local and statewide resources is at a shocking proportion and it's getting larger. The water is yours and should not be used in a non-beneficial way, as Mr. Doe talked about. The industry currently uses it to exhaustion. It's removed from our hydrological cycle. It's unacceptable to the environment. It's unacceptable to you because that is your constitutional right. That's your water, right? This is our air. We ask them to stop immediately with harmful fracking to you, to our environment. Do you accept harmful oil and gas failures?
No!
Do you want contaminated water?
No!
Do you want toxic air filled with hydrocarbons and volatile organic compounds?
No!
Do you believe an oil and gas company should frack next to your home?
No!
Do you believe they should frack in Erie next to this elementary school?
No!
We are constitutional right-bearing citizens that are peaceful. We have a moral conviction to not allow our lives to be harmed. You have that choice, and the industry wants to take that away from you. So on behalf of 35,000 Sierra Club members in the state of Colorado and 1.4 million members nationwide, we call on our governments, local, state, and federal, to immediately overturn the federal exemptions. Immediately.
My children are now at risk where they live, where they go to school. I have to question, how long should I stay in my home? And I'm sure a lot of us are faced with those same questions in a town that we love, in a town that we thought we would stay in forever. Should a trillion-dollar industry be able to push people out of their homes, a place that they love living?
No!
We're fighting for what we're entitled to, for our health, our safety. We're fighting for our children and their future. We're fighting for the right to live in our homes and having the choice to breathe clean air and drink clean water. They're getting the message. We don't want you here. We want you to shut down and go outside of where people live. You don't belong in residential communities. We need to work towards a solution. We need to work towards depending on the sun, depending on the wind, depending on things that don't poison our planet. Don't poison our children and don't poison our future. And this industry is taking away our ability to protect our children. The iron fist of their money and their poison in the government is taking away our rights as people. And it's going to be a hard fight, but we can't give up. We need to keep joining together, having events like this, showing that we're together in solidarity.
And this is the first day of our fight. Sierra Club is now Erie Rising. I want you to know that what you see here today was designed in part by Jen, April, Angie, and Wendy. That sort of coalition, if you will, of genius is now going to be traveling as a part of Sierra Club.